What's good, everyone? Nightcage here. All right, welcome back to the Infernal Legion Chronicles Part 3. So in this part, we're going to go over the Infernal Lords. Now, we're going to go over the Infernal Lords and the Lords of Slaughter. So this is going to be a fairly quick video because I have not finished painting these guys. I'm working on getting them painted right now. I spent a great deal of time working on the codex. And so I have not finished getting them all painted, but as soon as they're all painted, which I am continuing to work on, I'll spend a lot of time this weekend working on it. Then in part 4, I will start introducing each one to you guys so that we can go over that in a little more detail, and we can go over the Legion organizational chart, how the Legion is organized, how the Legion actually functions. We'll go through each great host in detail because there are 8 great hosts, basically 8 great companies. There are 8 great hosts. Each one has a designated Infernal Lord and a designated Lord of Slaughter. Now, each Lord of Slaughter has their own lieutenants, and the Infernal Lords also have their own heralds. So we're going to go over this really quickly. So the Infernal Lords, again, is the Great War Council, is Angron's War Council. They are his war generals, and they are all bloodthirsters and demon prince, right? Angron is not really depending very much on mankind anymore. So his war council are all made up of chosen demon prince, his chosen demon prince, and bloodthirsters. Okay, now each one of the Infernal Lords has a chapter master or praetor, if you will, under them. They are the Lords of Slaughter. So they run each of the different great companies. So this is what I'm going to introduce. So first off, the Forsworn Horde, that is Infernal Lord Barbagas. This is Barbagas. Now remember, all of these that I'm going to show you guys are special characters. Barbagas, I finished converting him, but I need to get him painted. They all have their own special rules, and each one of these also have their own fluff. Okay, Barbagas's lieutenant is Kosalax the Forsworn. This is Kosalax. Okay, then the next one, Eureka the Warfiend of the Great Beast Horde. This is Eureka. I have some touching up to do with him, but I'll have him done as well. Okay, and Eureka's lieutenant, Shalik the Elite. He is in charge of the shock attack force. This is Shalik the Elite. I need to also get him painted. He has an awesome demon weapon. Okay, so then on to number 3, Skyrat the Slaughterer. Okay, he's in charge of the Skull Takers Slaughter Cult. Here is Skyrat, Infernal Lord Skyrat. He is finished. Okay, his lieutenant is Hans Korin. Hans Korin is the tactical occupation force. His job is to move in on territory and occupy that territory. So his battle company will be great at objective secured. Okay, so I'm gonna get him painted as well. He has a demon hammer and a demon shield. Okay, on to the next one. The next lord is Rhotokai, the Flame Lord. This is Rhotokai here. I have a little bit more work to do with him. Okay, and his lieutenant is Drager, the Everchosen. Drager was the captain, if you guys remember from the fluff, that told Angron that, yes, Lord, we will be eaters of worlds. Drager is the one who named the Legion the World Eaters, or gave Angron the idea. That is Drager. Okay, and now on to the next one, Kurgrim, the Iron Crusher. Okay. And Kurgrum's, this is Kurgrum the Iron Crusher. I need to get him done. He is a converted Bloodthirster. I used parts from the Demon Prince and the original Bloodthirster from the old Rogue Trader days. And I used the Dragon's Tail to fill out his tail. He's a Bloodthirster with a D weapon. And as you can see, this is the old face from the original Bloodthirster. For those of you that was around during 2nd and 3rd edition. Okay, so he has the D weapon. Okay, and this is his lieutenant, Gardrak the Bloodlord. Gardrak is the siege master. He's in charge of the siege element in the Legion. Okay, and on to Abraxas. Abraxas the Butcher King. Abraxas is a heavily modified Bloodthirster. He's in charge of the Butcher Horde. This is Abraxas. He has a very unique story. Very interesting story that we'll get into when we start talking about Abraxas. Let me show you guys his dreadlocks. So this is Abraxas with his jump pack. So Abraxas is a Bloodthirster as well. He has some really unique special rules. And this is Hrothgar, Abraxas' his lieutenant. Hrothgar is in charge of the planetary assault force. So anytime the Legion needs to rain down on a planet, Hrothgar is the guy. Hrothgar is the guy that is in charge of the planetary assault force. He is the Legion's Sky Marshal. So he also marshals all the flyers. He's in charge of everything that flies in the Legion. Okay. And on to Doombreed the Gore Chosen. Now, he's in charge of the cult, the Black King. His lieutenant is Lord Denethor the Flame Scorpion. He's known as the Black King. Denethor has a very special role in the Legion. Denethor is basically the Legion's emissary. He's the bridge between the Legion and other legions. Like with Abaddon, for example. He's the go-between guy. He keeps the Legion up on everything that's going on, even when the Legion has its own campaign and its own goals. When something like what's happening now with the fall of Cadia, for example, Denethor is the go-between guy. He's the guy who kind of keeps his feet on the ground. He keeps his infiltrators around, so he's always constantly feeding information to the other Lords of Slaughter, so that they are able to stay abreast on things that's going on out of the warp. So that's Denethor's role. He also has another very special role. This is Denethor. I have not quite decided on Doombreed's what Doombreed is going to look like just yet. So I'm using this Demon Prince as a stand-in for now. I think I'm going to do a more serious conversion for him, because according to the fluff, Doombreed, the Gore Chosen, is the first Demon Prince of Khorne to ever exist. He's the very, very first. And he's feral. He was never a space marine. He's a regular human, actually, from a feral world. And so I'm going to come up with a more unique look for him. So I'm just going to use this Demon Prince as a stand-in for now. So you guys have to bear with me on this one. Okay, and now on to the last one. Ka-Juggernath the Bloodtide. And his great host is called the Bloodtide. He has an extremely unique story we're going to really get into. And his lieutenant is Gorfing the Bloodied. Okay, this is my demonic incursion force. So this is Ka-Juggernath here, and this is Gorfing the Bloodied, his lieutenant. Now this is the demonic incursion force. There are no Marines in 8th Company, in the 8th Great Company. There are no Marines. It's all demons. So Ka-Juggernath is in charge of the demonic horde. All the rest of the elements, 7th Company, 6th Company, 5th Company, 4th Company, 3rd Company, 2nd Company, and 1st Company, or which in the Legion they're called Great Host. Each of them all have unique elements to them. One is designed for planetary strike. One is designed for tactical objective and control. One is designed for siege warfare. One is designed for infiltration. One is a demon engine company. One is the mastery of the armory. Like for example, Hans Korin here is the master of the armory. Like he's the armored master. So he's in charge of all the tanks, everything. His lieutenants are actually warpsmiths. So they keep the armor within the Legion operational. So everybody has a role, right? So I'm gonna stop it here because we'll start talking about these guys in great detail later, but we're gonna get back to the Codex. I just wanted you guys to get a chance to see the War Council. So this is the Infernal Cauldron Lords and the Lords of Slaughter. I'm gonna continue to work and get these guys painted. But for the time being, I wanted to share this with you because we're gonna move on in the next video. We are going to move on into the Great Host configurations, so you'll get to see what all 8 Great Hosts actually look like.